Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Moving away from pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Using the quick game. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short.
And that's a good job by the dragger out there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unloads to the right half. He makes a catch. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy heavy. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback Steve looking for just a sliver of daylight. The Sneak scores it.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Montgomery. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense will get the ball for the first time. Looking for a gap. It's Walls. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Running back searching for a hole. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run all the way.
It's complete on the crossing. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside. Slithering whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he's got him. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. It's a really good.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. Third and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. With the catch, it's Montgomery. He was after the races, and he gets it to the 45. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. They're moving that left side. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Defense in press coverage. They'll go to the ground. Running to Green. Can't get him to the ground. And he's knocked down in the backfield. But, man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down?
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Unloads quick. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Listen to this crowd just shaking the gunners of this place trying to help their defense. Gives them a little more breathing room. A 3-yard gain out to the 7. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Flips it out in the flat. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if they're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Alabama will get the first down.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in your offensive line to go for it in that situation of the field at this juncture of the game. But this head coach does, and his offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some pressure. The running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Able to pick up a fumble before he's dragged down at the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the grab on the left. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so...
Into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Montgomery. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you've got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Montgomery. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speed skills, and a lot of times good things happen.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, and made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now, that's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Behind his tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. He's got an open man. Running wide open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Bama! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Hogs send that back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I get
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. Got some room to run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. To the air on first down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back out. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball with different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stacked. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point makes it 28-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
So now it's 2nd and long. Let's go, let's go. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He'll take a deep shot here.
And this defense has to find more plays. They've given up some big plays, and they haven't played well so far. They've dug themselves a hole. They need some more of these. They need some more stops. Playing the football in the air a little bit better. Don't give up the big plays. Maybe force a few turnovers. This defense has got to get their offensive spot.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments. Finds his big tight end. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Montgomery. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Fires to the big fella.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try it over the left side. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down on this one. They're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Here we go. The lone back's got it. There he goes. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The Razorbacks are on the move. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. Holds it in and looking upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Starts a drive trying to go up top. It's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here we go, here we go. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Got it. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. Alabama quickly back to the line. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Genty. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. To the line. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking for the score. Touchdown time. The offense cashing it in on that drive. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Charcoal! 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 From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback
this defense. They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we've rotated, everybody's trying to get a 0 up there.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner's literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and penalty.
Fires to the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Alabama pushing the tempo. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty.
Base 27, John. Base 27.
Looking downfield on first down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Really good coverage by this defense. It's hard to play that slant route. These big bodies, wide receivers that are coming in, it's a timing throw with the quarterback, but nice job getting his hands on the receiver, making it hard for him to catch it and batting the football down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Got the back. It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, they have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Catch in the middle, it's Press. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He lets it fly. It's inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Razorbacks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown. Way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
He's going to lose a yard on that. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Caught near the sideline. It's Genty. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Trick 9 feet.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
22.
They go to the ground. And after the short game, that is going to put this one in the books. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up